Good evening. Good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to Equip History Makers. This is your host, Saltiel Kupololo. And I'm just going to be with you for very few minutes. Let me just ask you to invite your friends, share the broadcast with as many people as you can. I'm not going to take long tonight. I'm just going to make it very fast. And we are going to look at how to move from a place of comfort. Most of the time when we are comfortable, we get kind of stuck. So we are going to look at moving from your place of comfort. Moving from your place of comfort. So invite your friends, invite everyone, and we are going to start right now. Awesome. Invite your friends, invite your friends, invite your friends, invite your friends, share. And please come in and let me know where you are watching me from. I really want to know who is listening to me this time and where you are watching me from. I'm going to look at and where you are watching me from. Please share. Well, we are talking about moving from a place of your comfort zone. Most of the time, what I've noticed, this is just my understanding. This might not be the alpha and omega. This is just what I've observed and what I have seen taking place. So most of the time is that when people they feel safer, they are in an environment where they feel a bit safer, where they feel they are not challenged, where they feel there is no danger or there is no threat. We kind of like settle in because we don't want to be challenged. We don't want to experience things that are unknown. Sometimes we are afraid what will happen if I move from this place to another place. What will happen to me? And sometimes you know that at the place where you are is not the place where you're supposed to be. You know that what you are doing is not what you're supposed to be, but because it feels safer, because it feels safer to be there, you feel like, let me just keep it that way. Sometimes it's in a business. Maybe you are doing a certain business and you need to expand, but you are not really sure what that will entail, how will be the outcome. And sometimes you are afraid just to push yourself a little bit because you are not sure what will be the outcome. Sometimes it's a relationship. You are in a relationship that is not comfortable. You are in a relationship that you are not really appreciating that much, but because you feel a bit safer, because at least you know what will happen the next day. You know, at the end of the month, at least I'll be able to get some small pocket money. Kind of, you get stuck in there because it feels a bit safer, even though you know it's not a place where you're supposed to be. So that's a place of comfort. When you feel, I don't want to stretch myself too much because I don't know what tomorrow will bring. We kind of settle in that place. We kind of don't want to risk doing things that we are not sure of the outcome because we don't really know what tomorrow will bring. So therefore, most of us get stuck in that moment. Okay, you are in that company. You are not happy with what is happening. You are not happy the way you are being treated. You are not happy the way you are being addressed. But it feels safer. It feels safer because at least you know at the end of the day, you are going to have a salary. So even though you know, I can quit anytime from here, but you're afraid, what about if I don't secure another job tomorrow? Or maybe you need to move out to start a business, but you feel like, what about if it doesn't work out? So we always have this doubt of pushing ourselves a bit harder because we don't know the outcome. Now, we are afraid of the danger in front of us, of the unknown. But the perception that we have of the danger is not actually the actual danger. That's actually the place where we grow. That's actually a place where we become better. I remember when I was a teacher and I have to quit my job and then go and become a teacher in a different school. It was a private school, and this school was not registered. It was not registered. So I had my doubt. I know 100% the school was not registered. I know the danger that was coming, but I was ready to face the challenge, because I was going to go to that school and be the principal, be the manager of the school. The salary was also a little bit better. Apart from where I was, even though I had the comfort zone, it was, you know, the place where I was working, it was so comfortable because it was very close to my house. It was very close to the church where I was going. It was very close to all my friends. You know, it was much comfortable to stay there than to go to another town, even though get a better position. But the problem was that the environment was not secure. I was not 100% sure if I'm going to be there for long. But I have to make a decision because I wanted to grow. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to learn. So I have to drop out from this secure environment to go to another environment where I needed to be challenged, where I needed to use my brain much better. And to make things actually worse, I lost my job actually there. After a year or 2 years, I lost my job. But at least I grown. At least I have learned something. The place that we normally perceive as a dangerous place, most of the time it's not really dangerous. And good things actually came out. After that, I happened to work as a volunteer at the University of Namibia. I've learned a couple of things there. I ended up working with students from the University of Toronto, Canada. You see, I grew. Normally the place where we are afraid to go, normally the place where we are afraid to be, to challenge ourselves, normally that place we see as a dangerous zone, it's actually not really a dangerous zone. That's a place where we need to go, because that is only the place we can grow. As long as we're in a comfort zone, you will never grow, I guarantee you. If you truly want to grow, you need to go to that place where you perceive as a dangerous place. You have to go to the unknown. Only when you get there, you realize that, man, actually this is not as dangerous as I thought. But as long as you are afraid, you will not grow, you will not move forward, you are not going to increase, you are not going to learn anything new, because you just want to be in this comfort zone where you are with your old friends, talk about old stories, remember the things that happened many years ago, and just have fun and all that. But honestly, you are not learning anything new. You are not growing. Mentally, you are not growing. Emotionally, you are not growing. Physically, you are not growing, because you are in this place that is so familiar, and you just want the security. But as long as you defy the moment and you move out to that place, unknown place, you will be challenged. And that's why you see that if you observe very well, you see that foreigners, people who came from other countries, came to Namibia, they become more successful in whatever they do. It's not because they are smarter than us. It's not because they are intelligent or they are more educated than us. No, it's because they move from a place of comfort to a challenging situation where they are forced to work extra harder, where they are forced to push more harder than any other person, because they know, if I don't push, I'm not going to survive. So for them, Namibia become a place of growth, because they are challenged to do things that an ordinary Namibian is not ready to do, because they are at home, they are comfortable, they feel secure. But for them, there is no safety. They know, if I don't push hard, I will not have bread. If I don't work hard, I will not have a place to sleep. If I don't work hard, I will not be able to accomplish this and that. So they push themselves more harder than the locals. And that's why it's so very important to realize that as long as you are not challenging yourself, you are not pushing yourself to go to that discomfort place, you are not challenging yourself to go to that place that you know. You know, most of us, we really know that, man, this is not the best version of me. This is not really who I'm supposed to be. But then we are always afraid to challenge ourselves. We are always afraid to push ourselves a bit harder, because we are afraid what will happen to me. Most of the time, the place that you perceive as a dangerous place is not even a dangerous place. Actually, The dangerous place is after that, after you have grown, after you have been successful, after you have accomplished this. That is when really you are pushing towards the line. It's far away from you, are not even near closer to that place, the actual dangerous zone. So, and this is what I just want to encourage us this evening, that if you truly want to grow, you need to move from your comfort zone. If you truly want to become a better version of yourself, challenge yourself to do things that normally are not easy to do for you. Challenge yourself to start something that you always wanted to start, but you're afraid. What about if it fails? So the question that you really need to ask yourself, what about if I succeed? That is the motive. You know, the moment, you know, there is what we call negative motivation. Negative motivation is when you only want to see the, oh, what about if I don't? What about if this happened? In a negative way. And negative motivation normally motivate us to remain at the place of comfort. It does not motivate us to challenge ourselves. And therefore, you need to start now encouraging yourself or motivating yourself with positive motivation. Man, if I do this business, I'm going to be successful. Man, if I take this course, I'm going to pass. Man, if I move into this industry, I'm going to be successful. We need to learn to move from a negative motivation to a positive motivation, because that is what makes us to move, to take a step forward. Because negative motivation just help us to cement ourselves, to nurse ourselves, and to rehearse ourselves into the place of comfort, where we are not going to grow, where we are not going to become better. If you truly want to become better, you need to challenge yourself to do those things that you always wanted to do, but you don't know the result. And that's the beauty of it. You don't know the result, but what you can do, you start seeing what you want to see. You just start seeing that you're going to be successful. Instead of being negative, just be positive. Start seeing the positive outcome. Start seeing the good results. Start seeing the success. Start seeing whatever that you desire to see. So stop swallowing yourself in this place. You know you are not happy, but because it feels safer, then you just decided to swallow them. Well, thank you very much if you joined me this evening. That was just a short motivation for this evening. And this is your host, Saltiel Kupololo. Please go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and then like, and then share with your friends. I would really appreciate it. May God bless you and enjoy your evening.